All right. Welcome, everybody, back to the Let's Go show with Hastings 5 Points Bank assistant coach Jordan Clancy. How are we doing today, Coach Clancy?
Doing awesome at the historic Duncan Field today, Coach. Feeling good after last night's big win for the juniors, winning the league championship. We smashed, died. Great to be here, Coach.
Yep. All right. Any golfing today? Let's get that out of the way. Any golfing today?
No golfing today, but I've been debating, guys, and I'd like to hear you guys' comments on it. Can you hit a golf ball farther with a golf club or a fungo bat? Please let me know in your comments. I guess it depends on skill set. Can I hit a golf ball out of Duncan?
I'm thinking you probably could hit a golf ball out of Duncan with a fungo.
Yes, I get that. Yeah, the Mariucci fungo.
But I'm looking at Eldon's Automotive's windows across the street, the old Jack and Jill's windows across the street, and Dalley's windows across the street that we probably shouldn't try that.
Better not. We got insurance, but we better not.
Yep. We don't need any scandals with the new Let's Go show with Jordan Clancy. We need to wait until we're into season 2 before the scandals start coming out.
Yeah, better not get nothing. I'll just stick to hitting baseballs, Coach.
All right. Well, let's get right into it. Let's talk about what went on with 5 Points Bank this week. A couple double headers, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday.
Yeah. So we went against Lincoln Southeast. Doubleheader at Duncan Field. This was last week, and that's for 5 Points Bank, our varsity team. Coach, before that, I just want to give a shout out to the juniors, the Braves, the Johnson Imperial Braves. They won league championship last night. Real fast, I want to give a shout out. I came to the game. We had a lot of our varsity players there last night. It was an awesome venue, guys, and great job to our Johnson Imperial Homes, Coach Story and his staff. Would be Coach Turner T, Coach Smith, Coach Kierkegaard, and, of course, the head coach, Coach Story. It's awesome. The kids played hard, played great. They won 8-0 in the league championship. That's from the East champions, and we were the West. It was fun to watch, guys. So awesome. Love it. It's great to see.
Yep, and we'll talk a little bit more about GIH when we get farther. But, last night they defeated Gretna 8-0 in 5 innings, really – controlled that game from start to finish. Dayton Espino on the mound, backed up his no-hitter performance last week against Grand Island. Came out, only gave up 3 hits, struck out 5 in 5 innings. A couple of the bats.
Dude.
Yep. He is pitching really well right now for them.
Good.
You throw him out there, you better have a dude on the other side if you're going to match up with him. And then the bats came alive last night. Just a couple. Nick Conant was 2 for 2 with the double. Braden Rutt had 2 RBIs. But it was a total team effort. Cameron Brumbaugh had a couple nice plays at second base. Just a great win and really showed, the East what's out here in Hastings with our juniors team with JIH.
Yeah.
Because Coach Story was just telling me a little bit that everybody out east felt like Gretna was probably the best team in the state. And, that was a nice little statement win. But I also know that this is not the tip of the iceberg for JIH. They don't want this to be their big accomplishment of the year. So they've got a week of regular season left. Week of regular season left, and then area and state coming up, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Yeah, with the Lincoln Southeast, the 5 Points Bank, our varsity, it was last week. Lincoln Southeast is a good program. They're a very good program. They have very good athletes. They're very well coached. And we end up, that first game, we end up coming out, and we end up winning a very, very defensive battle, close game. I should have checked on the score on that. I know it was very low scoring, very defensive. We actually, thinking back on that, we actually went on to win the game. And there's a lot more stats. I know Coach Mays have a lot more than me. On the end result in that game, we actually won. We're going on a squeeze play, and Braden Callage was on third. I'm trying to think of who was wanting to bunt on that.
Braden Mackey was up to bat. Yep.
Yes. Yes, and we have a replay on our Twitter, on Hastings Baseball Twitter, and we did a squeeze play to win the game, and maybe the pitcher's seen him coming from third base, Braden Cavlich, whatever happened, but it was a fast, bang play, a very low fastball pitch right here at Duncan Field on the turf. Ended up going below the bat, it looked like, so we didn't even bunt it. Tried to, and the ball hit the turf. Hit the catcher, bounced forward. Braden Cavlich comes in, ball game.
Yep.
And we won that game.
And that was
very intense, very fun game.
Yes, it was a good pitcher's battle. Creighton Jacobitz pitched 6 2/3 innings, gave up only 4 hits and 1 earned run, struck out 5, but he unfortunately didn't pick up the win because a couple. You know, it was just a weird 2 games anyway. A lot of stuff that you don't usually see on the baseball field. We were up 2-0 going into maybe the 6th or 7th inning, and then was that the game that they scored? They scored the tying run on a pass ball. The kid scored from second base.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And then getting hot, kids getting tired, but we want to battle through that. All that stuff on just plateauing, a lot of baseball double headers, and wild stuff starts happening. Yeah, and you just got to battle through that and start making plays. Big-time players going to make big-time plays, and we end up getting that first win, and we really wanted to. You really want to get that first win with a double header. It was awesome. We got the first one. Second one, it was a very close game. But sadly, at the end, Lincoln Southeast, I believe they ended up beating us 4-1. And when it's close game and it's a pitching battle, it comes down to making the big plays at the big moments. Yeah. Just because they're going to capitalize lots of times on those mistakes because both teams are so even and the pitching is so even. So, and then you try to get the base runners, try to get them in scoring position, and just try to put our kids in successful situations. So we went 1-1 versus a very good Lincoln Southeast. That'd be the Knights team. So we won both of them, but at least we got one. And I know we could have played better. We let our kids know about that, and they know that. And
they were coming off the big win over Grand Island the night before, and probably feeling good about themselves a little bit, and you just got to be ready each and every night, each and every game. Marcus Miller did come in to finish off that first. He did pick up the win. It was good to see Braden Cavlich back batting again. He sort of had the reins taken off him a little bit, and he had a heck of a doubleheader. He had 2 doubles and a triple. Luke Brooks in game 2 was 3 for 4 with an RBI, so it was just, even though it was a split, it wasn't, the worst 2 games in the world. I think it was just more of a frustrating game. I was sort of sitting behind the coaches, and I could just tell that there's just a couple things going on that, probably shouldn't be going on this late in the season. But, we still got a couple weeks left in the regular season, so you still got time to work on some stuff.
Exactly. And that's – And we try to coach our kids up, and they know that. And it's just getting it done. Wanting to get it done and getting it done. Those are 2 very separate things. Because you're wanting it, but then getting it done obviously is more tough. It's more challenging the more higher level you go in sport. And if we put it together 1, 2, 3, 4 plays in a row, back to back, we're going to be solid. Well, if we make 1 play, 2 play, and then maybe not so good to play, it's just kind of like a roadblock. And that's continually getting better. We're 22-10 right now. We're right there. I think we got second in our league for varsity. GI and North Star, they played last night for the varsity league championship in Nebraska. We beat both those teams. We beat GI. We beat Lincoln North Star. So both those teams are in the league. So 2 teams. North Star ended up winning that game last night. This is varsity. And they ended up winning by a walk-off versus Grand Island last night. So very close teams there, So it's who's going to put those plays together back to back as a unit, So it was a good test, good competition, Coach. Recently, we went to Papillion La Vista South, the Titans, And I'm telling you right now, those guys, to me, are one of the best teams in the state, Coach Mays, in American Legion Baseball. They are a very good team. They got a plethora of pitchers that can pitch from that, I'd say around 78 to 84, around 4 or 5 of them in that range. Of course, you're getting the curveballs, off speed in there. And then you got he's one of the best hitters we've seen all year. His last name's Freeman, and he's an Iowa Western commit. Dude's hit 2 shots off us, 2 bomb home runs off us. And, I mean, he hit one, I heard around 409. I was thinking around 430. So, I mean, there's some very good players there, and we end up splitting with them. And that's there. That's right there by Warner Park, right there in Pavilion area. And so it's when we come to play, we're going to be a very tough team to beat. Don't sleep on us, And but we just got to put it together as a unit. And our kids can do that, and they've done it. And it's exciting, fun. So it's very good on that. Braden Cavlich in that game that we beat Papillion La Vista South as well. It's great to have him back. Yeah. Great to have him back.
The first game we did fall 8-0. I think that was a run rule game. Probably I think
shredded.
First one of the year. You're just that's just gonna happen sometimes. But bounced back in game 2, won a close game 5-3. Got scored 4 in the second inning. They scored 2, and then we came back, scored that 5th run in the 5th, and then we got out of the jam in the bottom of the 7th inning to hold on to that 5-3 win. Like you said, Braden Calvage pitched, threw 6 1/3, gave up 7 hits, but only 3 runs, struck out 2. He's not going to blow the ball by you. He's just going to put the ball. He's just going to throw strikes, make you put the ball in play, and beat you that way.
He did that. Yes.
And then Gabe Conant came in to get that last out with, I think, let's see, it's third, with a couple guys on. If not bases loaded, it was at least 2 guys on, and got a guy to ground into a fielder's choice in the game.
Yes. Braden Mackey got that.
Yep.
And before that, we had guys on. We're on defense at this time. Yep. And now before that, to start that, we had 4 runs in an inning, Coach. And the 4 run, I believe it was the second inning. And during that, Gabe Conant came up, had a big hit, got 2 RBIs in, okay? Then ended up Gabe Conant, and there was someone on third base, and I should know, I'm trying to remember who's on third base. So we end up having a guy on, this is to score runs to end up helping us win the game. Yep. Our big inning is scoring 4 runs. Had a guy on third, and now Gabe Conant just had 2 RBIs on second. And I believe it was Justin Musgrave skied a baseball. Skied it, man. 100 feet high. Only went around 10 feet in the field high, but it's got big-time backspin.
Yep.
And it was amazing. Gabe Conant ended up scoring on a fly ball. It got dropped on a fly ball air around 10 feet in the field, 100 feet high from Justin Musgrave hitting from second base. I was jacked on that. That's a championship play. He ran it out. There's 2 outs.
Yeah.
This is varsity ball, all pop fly. He ran that from second, running hard. We scored 2 more runs. So we scored 4 in that inning, and Justin Musgrave's on first. Yeah, amazing. Yeah. We ended up bringing in Gabe Conant there at the end to close it out. We had a guy on defense now, switching up, going to defense. Had a guy on third and second. This is Papillion La Vista South.
Yeah.
It's 5 to 3, I believe, at the time, Coach. 5-3. But there's guys on third and second. We ended up putting a guy on at first base, brought Gabe Conant in. This Coach Marcourt, the head coach, does a great job. Coach Marcourt does a great job. Brought in Gabe Conant and Coach Johnson and Coach Conant.
Yeah.
Brought in Gabe Conant, bases loaded, ground ball, hard ground ball. Braden Mackey. It's getting a little tense. He's got it, tosses it over. Shortstop side, Jay Musgrave, I do believe, got it out. Beat Papillion La Vista South. Big win, boys. Big win.
That's a good win. Anytime you can go into the metro area and pick up a win, it's a good win. Braden Mackey was 2 for 4 in the game. Cameron Montague was 2 for 4 in the game. And like you said, Gabe Conant had the 2 RBI double and then scored on that. I hadn't realized that's what happened. Isaiah Henry also scored on that play. He was on third, but then Gabe to score from second. Yep. Gabe to score from second. That's just a big
great
play.
kid.
Yep.
Yes. Big play, and then he comes in and rips it. Awesome. Guys, Papillion La Vista South won the Millard West tournament.
Yeah.
They won it. So, I mean, they're a legit team. I'll be shocked if they don't go to state. Papillion La Vista South. We got that win, so I was happy about that.
Yeah. So, like Coach Clancy said, the 5 Points Bank's at 22-10 on the year. This week, we travel to Lexington tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yep, Coach. It'll be at Optimus Park. It's our final area game before our area tournament. We played good like we should. We got to take it serious pitch by pitch. We should be the second seed, I do believe. I think second in our area from what I heard from Coach Marcourt as of now. So we're going after it. I heard from Coach Marcourt, Trayton Newman will have the ball. Want to bring it.
And so just I'm glad you brought up Trayton's name because I didn't look it up, but Trayton actually pitched really well on Sunday on Wednesday in that game we lost to Lincoln Southeast in game 2.
Yes.
You know, it was just like we said, it was just a weird game. Some weird stuff happened, but Trayton really pitched well. I don't have his stats in front of me, but he pitched, way into the game and ended up being the hard luck loser in the game, but he did pitch well.
I believe there's only 4 runs allowed.
Yeah.
I believe there's only 4 runs allowed, and I'd want to see on that actually how many they earned.
Yeah.
Compared to us, maybe not making a play. That's what I'd want to know on that because he pitched awesome, and it's always nice, and our kids know this. If we can score more runs when we have a good dude up on the mound, if we can score more runs just to take a little pressure off, that'll really help. So, but Trayton Newman, he's got the ball tomorrow. And he's been great, Trey. Awesome kid, awesome dude.
Yep. So we got Lexington, and then this weekend we have the Johnny Hop tournament.
Hey!
I've not seen a full schedule for that yet, but man, we got some tough games coming up. We got Gretna at 7:00 on Friday night. 7:00 Friday night at Duncan Field, and then we play Lincoln East at 11 a.m. on.
The Spartans.
On Saturday. And I mean, Lincoln East, they're a good team. There's a Hastings connection with that team. They've had a really good season. And then they're
going to be solid. We can beat them.
And then Saturday night, we got the Cornhusker League champs coming in, Lincoln North Star again.
The North Star Gators.
5:45.
They're going to have to bring it. That's going to be – I mean, when you get a tournament like that, it's great to have those awesome teams from the East come, historic Duncan Field, play on turf. I mean, that is awesome for them to come out. We appreciate it. And then great competition. I mean, that's fun.
Yeah. So we got Lincoln East Saturday morning at 11 a.m. and then Lincoln North Star 5:45 on Saturday. And then I don't know much about them. We end the Johnny Hop, and this will be our last home game until the regional. Against Elkhorn.
I believe Mount Michael in there as well, Coach, on Sunday.
Elkhorn Mount Michael on Sunday at 12:30.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. We've seen North Star this year, but the other 3 teams we haven't seen, and it should be all good competition. It's a great way to get ready for area tournaments that start next week.
Yes, great competition. Love that. And you hit it, Coach, the good competition. Instead of maybe a little less, I love playing that tough competition. That's what it's going to take to win your area. That's what it's going to take to win state. So why not play it? You drilled that, Coach. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Johnson Imperial Homes. We talked about the fun night last night at Duncan Field where they were the Cornhusker League champions, defeating Gretna 8-0. 2016 is the last year JIH won the Cornhusker League, so it's been a couple years.
Wow.
There was no Cornhusker League championship last year. So 2019, 18, 17. So it's been a couple years since we won that.
Those kids have played so hard. Awesome kids, awesome parents, awesome coaches. You get those 3 things, that's going to be fun sport.
Yep.
Awesome guys.
And they had a good weekend. They hosted a tournament here in town at Duncan Field on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with the 4th of July being on Sunday. They started out defeating.
Did you light off any fireworks?
I didn't light off any fireworks, man.
Oh, the boomers were going around Hastings. My nephews did. Go ahead, Coach.
They came back and they started the tournament on Thursday night and defeated Creighton Prep 16-0.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Birds went down on that.
Yeah. I'm
guys.
Check. I have that score right. Yeah. Or no, 10-1. 10-1. 10-1 was the score.
8-run them.
Yeah.
We 8-run them. Good, guys.
The 16-0 game was against Lexington on Wednesday last week.
Good.
They defeated Prep 10-1. Prep had beat them earlier this year. Hastings' connection with the Prep team is Jake Herbert, former Johnson Imperial Homes Braves coach. Dad, Doc Herbert is on our board. He is the coach of Creighton Prep juniors. So that's always fun to have him back. He always brings this team out here.
Great seeing the family, the Herbert family.
Yep. Beat him 10-1. Came back and played Fremont and Lincoln North Star on Friday. Defeated Lincoln North Star 8-0.
Nice.
Yep. Let me see here. Okay, let's first talk about that Prep win. Hayden DeMuth was the winner. Braden Rhett had a double. Jaden Techmeyer, who had a great couple games in a row there, a great week last week, was 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Elijah Johnson, who's been hitting the ball, is 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, and then Dayton Espino, not on the mound, on the out batting, was 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. And then, they came back and they took it to Lincoln North Star, beat them 8-0. Logan Kennedy, 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 4 Ks, picked up the win. Hayden DeMuth and Joe Pescick had doubles. Braden Rutt, again, 2 for 3. Dayton Espino, 2 for 3. Caleb Sauer, who does a great job behind the plate, was 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs.
Great job.
You're working on your catching there. I thought you were telling me to hold up because you had to talk, but you were working on your catching.
Get that thumb underneath that. There it is. That way, Sowers.
And then, so that was Friday morning. And then they came back and played a good Fremont team on Friday night. I think that was a back and forth game. Came back, beat them 12-9. Joe Pescick was the winner. Cameron Brumbaugh, 2 for 3. Dayton Espino, 3 RBIs. Hayden DeMuth was 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. So that right there was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'd won 5 games already in the week, and then they came back. On Saturday, and probably wasn't the greatest performance Coach Story would like to see. But they didn't give up. They got down a little big, but they kept fighting. But they did end up losing to Papillion La Vista South 14-7.
Titans.
Yep.
They had a good program. Papillion La Vista South's really jumped on the scene. Kind of a newer school, I'd say within around 10 years. Kind of in that Elkhorn South when they started going, got their school. Papillion La Vista South has very good coaches and very good players.
Yeah.
But we can beat them.
Yep. They lost to Papillion La Vista South 14-7. Hayden DeMuth is 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Jackson Gangwish was 1 for 2 with a double and 2 RBIs. Braden Rutt also had a double in that game. So, it was a pretty good weekend. Awesome. Probably could have ended on a little better of a note. But, the nice thing was they put that Papillion La Vista South loss out of them and had the day off on Sunday to do whatever with their fireworks, and then came out and played really well last night.
Yes, that was fun last night. Got the trophy. There's things on our, as you know, Coach, Hastings Baseball Twitter, and I believe there's a Mr. Johnson, the family and Mr. Johnson. So they went over by him as well. So they took the team photo with the trophy, and then also helping being nice and respectful, nice to the Johnson family. I mean, it is a very, very fun day for Hastings baseball.
Yep. And, Cal Johnson, he's a Hastings Baseball Hall of Famer, was on the first state championship team, Legion state championship team, was also on a state basketball championship team at Hastings High.
Awesome.
And their family has meant so much to Hastings baseball. I mean, they have been sponsoring teams since at least the 50s, if not longer. It was nice to see Cal and his wife out at the ball game last night.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's
helping the kids, helping the community of Hastings. That's just much appreciated. Thank you.
Hastings baseball wouldn't be where it is today without Cal and his whole family. And it started with his dad. His dad was involved with everything, in charge of everything back in the day. When Cal.
Wow.
So yep. His dad is also the one who brought the great Earl Appleby to Hastings. From Oklahoma.
Wow.
The legendary coach here from Hastings, Earl Appleby, Coach Tom Osborne, and everything.
Wow. Yep. So 50s, 60s in that range, Coach. 70s.
53 was the first state championship team.
53. Wow. Yep. And then Tom Osborne.
Tom Osborne would have been a junior on that team. Played third base.
Wow.
Yep.
Big time athlete.
Yeah, and the thing is, he'd probably tell you even more, but Tom Osborne was probably like the fifth or sixth best player on that team. He wasn't even. It shows
so they were loaded, man. They were loaded.
Yep. Someday we'll go through all these state championship teams with you, Jordan. Get you brushed up on baseball history.
Yes. And that's awesome just to know kind of that younger generation, just to know that. Yep. I mean, that's awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. Johnson Perry Holmes is now 24-6 on the year. They finished the regular season with a doubleheader at Omaha. A doubleheader at Omaha South on Wednesday, where they'll take on Omaha Central and Omaha South. And then they have their Lincoln tournament this weekend, which is a pretty big tournament. Let's see. They got Omaha Scott, Lincoln High. It looks like Gretna's second junior team. And then depending how they do on Friday and Saturday, they'll have a game on Sunday also.
Awesome.
Yep. Okay. So they're 24-6. And then, you think you've heard the best the best weekend out of 5 Points Bank and then Johnson Perry Holmes, but the best weekend might have been from Runza.
That way, Coach Pomeroy. That way, Runza boys. Yes.
Runza started off their week.
Won the tournament. Yes.
Yep, they did. They
awesome.
They started off with a single game win over Wood River on Wednesday. As I am frantically searching here.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. They beat Wood River on Wednesday. Beat him 15-3. Joe Hoffman was the winner. Brady Hamburger, Naz Robinson, Braxton Wiles all had doubles.
Great
Robinson
job, guys.
Was 3 for 3. Wiles was 2 for 2. Caleb Clark was 1 for 1 with a triple. That's a good win. And then they went to the Millard Sox reserve tournament with all the better freshman teams in the Omaha area. They started out on Friday defeating the Millard Sox Gold 11-6. Brady Hamburger was the winning pitcher.
Baby Hamburger, that boy.
DeAndre Chipman was 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Naz Robinson was 2 for 5 with a double and an RBI.
Oh, wait, guys.
Caleb Clark had a double and 2 RBIs, and Braxton Wiles was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Awesome. And then Saturday, they moved over to Omaha Roncalli and won 2 games. They defeated Omaha Roncalli 19-1.
Wow.
Landon Heinrichs was the winner. Braden Oshner had a double. DeAndre Shipman had a double. Naz Robinson was 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Shipman was 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs, and Nolan Hyde had 4 RBIs.
That baby Hyde.
And then they came back. I think it was a back and forth game. They beat Lincoln East's freshman 10-8.
Wow.
Brendan Brown. Yep. Brendan Brown ended up with the win. Caleb Clark and Naz Robinson again. Man, we've been saying those 2 names a lot.
Very good players there. Nazareth Robinson, Caleb Clark, in catching.
Yep, with two. They each had a double. Robinson was 2 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Clark was 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. And then they came back on Sunday and played in the championship game of the Millard Sox tournament and defeated Fremont 4-3 in 8 innings.
Wow, 8! It took 8.
Yep, and
I love hearing this because I don't get to see all of it with the games with the 5 Points Banks and the Braves, Johnson Imperial. It's awesome to hear about the runs of players because I've seen them a little bit, but it's awesome to see they're doing great and to hear those names because I know those kids. So it's awesome, Coach. Appreciate that.
Joe Hoffman picked up another win in relief. Naz Robinson, 3 for 4 with a double. Nolan Hyde, 3 for 4. DeAndre Shipman, 2 for 4. And 5 Points ended up walking it off with an RBI sacrifice fly by Brady Hamburger.
The Hamburger with the fly.
Yeah.
Game winner walk-off. Boy, let's go.
That's
awesome. They won that tournament.
Yep.
And they got to have – I think they might have the most wins out of the 3 teams. I believe we're around 70 wins between the 3 teams, Coach, combined. And I believe they're around 25 wins.
They are 26-9.
26-9.
Yeah.
So they're doing awesome. Great job, Coach Pomeroy. Awesome, guys.
They split a doubleheader last night, a makeup game with Grand Island. They won the first game 9-8, and they lost the second game 5-4. Heartbreaker game.
2 close games.
Yep. Let's look. Brady Hamburger was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs in the win. Naz Robinson had 2 RBIs. Caleb Clark had 2 RBIs.
Heard those names.
Yep. Brendan Ground was 2 for 3 with a double.
Good Ground.
Naz Robinson was the winning pitcher, but Landon Heinrichs threw 5 strong innings. And then Naz came in to finish it out, pitched the last 2 to pick up the win. Wow. I should look at this a little closer. Hastings was down 8-4 going into the 6th inning, scored 8-5 going into the 6th inning, scored 2 runs in the 6th and 2 runs in the 7th to win that first game.
They didn't give up, did they?
Nope.
Toughness. Nope. Great job.
And then in game 2, they lost 5-4. DeAndre Shipman was 2 for 3. Brendan Ground and Michael Mertens both had RBIs. Ethan Creselius and Caleb Clark pitched well, but they just fell. They lost 5-4.
Close, right there, there.
Yep. They are also in Lincoln this weekend. I don't think they have a game tomorrow. They're one of their rare games, unfortunately, at Duncan Field. They play tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Ooh, nice. Awesome.
They host Sutton, which is, they lost to Sutton earlier in this year, I think, in a close game. So I think they'll be ready to go with that. Coach Spomberg, former coach at Hastings College, is coaching the Sutton juniors over there. So, they'll be well coached and ready to go.
Awesome, Coach Spomberg.
Yep.
Great guy. Awesome coach.
They are in the Lincoln Reserve Tournament on Friday, Saturday. I do not think those are the same tournaments JIH is in, but I could be wrong. I think they're 2 different tournaments. They play Omaha Gross. They actually play a Lincoln, the Lincoln Black Sox 14 and under team on Friday. Also, fun story about that. Fun story about that. That Lincoln Black Sox has a lot of Hastings connections too on it. It's got a little Butenbeck on it. His brother plays for Lincoln Southeast and is committed to Nebraska to play baseball. There's a Bolte on it, Benji Bolte's son, who played basketball at Hastings High, and then there's an Erickson boy on there whose dad's from Hastings too, who's has another son who plays for Lincoln East. When I mentioned the Hastings connection with Lincoln East,
and was that B. Cooper? I'm assuming.
Cooper's brother. Cooper plays for Lincoln East. Yep. And then Cooper's little brother plays for the Lincoln Black Sox. Yep.
So, it's going to be solid play now. That'll be fun.
Yep. And then they play. So they have 2 games Friday, and then they play Lincoln Pius on Saturday, and then it looks like they have 2 games scheduled for Sunday, depending how the 3 games go there.
Awesome. Let's win it. Let's win it.
Yep, and that will be the end of their season. So that's just a nice little tournament for them to go see if they can win it,
Wow.
To finish their season.
Goes fast, boys. Goes fast, man.
It does. Like we said, they're 26-9 on the year, and if my math is correct, we are 72-25 between the 3 teams.
Yes. So I'd want to know what that percentage is so we can keep on setting that standard, Coach. 72 and what was it?
25.
I'm writing it down. I have to check that later, Coach.
Everybody's
that's around. I'd say that's around 750.
Yeah, it's probably right around 75%.
770.
Yep, right around there. We're not math majors here. Coach Clancy's
That's very good.
So we can't have him doing math.
P now, okay. That's very good. If you can get, in my opinion, if you can get above a 700 winning percentage, that's very good in baseball. If you're above 800, so with the math, 25 roughly, and 5. If you're above 800, that's getting to be elite. That's tough in baseball with pitching. So great job, guys.
Yep, that's just, it's just, it just shows you the talent level we have.
Yes.
And just, all through the programs. All right, Coach Clancy, with the math, it's right at 74%. 74%.
74%. Yeah, that's very good. Awesome.
And when I say I did the math, my computer did the math. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about tonight. What's going on tonight at Duncan Field behind you?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys can see on the screen on the bottom before that little bit, Braden Mackey, it's an honor. There's a league all-star game. Braden Mackey's in it. Gabe Conant is in it. And Cameron Montague is in it. Both 3 awesome players. Gabe Conant's played a lot for shortstop this year for the 5 Points Bank Chiefs varsity. He's pitched a lot for us. Comes in to close a lot, and he leads off for us. So he's in the game. And I believe they vote on this. You get voted in. So it takes, other people's got to see, hey, this kid can play. This kid can play. He's a good kid. Not only is he a good, talented kid, but he's a good character kid. Braden Mackey, solid pitching. Northwestern commit. He's pitched some awesome games this year. Can also hit the ball pretty well, especially if he's on. You get in conversation with him, he'll really have a high standard for himself, so that's good. And then Cameron Montague, catching. And Cameron Montague, I'm going to give the shout-out right now, Coach. Here at Duncan Field, okay? Cameron Montague, shout-out. Cameron Montague.
All right.
He's taught guys so many games this year and so many innings, and he gets beat up, guys, with catching, balls in the turf, balls in the ground, getting hit by a ball off a fungo. I mean, he's just a tough kid, and he goes out there in the heat, and he is awesome. He is awesome. And as you get in higher levels, as you know, Coach, base running, you want to keep the ball in front. You don't want wild pitches. That's one thing that we really try to capitalize on our offensive side when we're hitting is base running. If you got a good catcher, it puts a lot more pressure on the offense. And it really helps the pitcher. So shout out to Cameron Montague. League All-Star game tonight, Duncan Field.
Cornhusker League All-Star game. First pitch is about 7 o'clock. You can come out a little bit earlier. Both teams will be taking batting practice on the field. So just be interesting to see if we can get any maybe to get to the wall or not. That's always sort of fun to watch. And just to be clear to everybody, the Cornhusker League is, there's East and West divisions. Out west with us is, of course, us, Kearney Runza, Norfolk, Columbus, and Grand Island, and North Platte. And then in the East, we have all the Lincoln Public Schools, all the Class A schools. So Lincoln East, Lincoln Pius, they're not public school, but they're Class A school in Lincoln. Lincoln North Star, Lincoln Northeast, Lincoln Southwest, Lincoln Southeast, Lincoln High. And then the other teams in the East Division are Gretna, Beatrice, and Fremont. So, basically it's the best players in the state, that aren't in Omaha. we'll be out here
Very
playing.
good game. It'll be a high level. There'll be a lot of kids going on to play college ball. So really, you're getting the summer kids that are already enrolled for classes to go play college ball. A lot of them will be out there tonight. It'll be very fun. It'll be a college level type baseball game.
Yep, and we hope as many of you guys who are listening to this can make it out here tonight. It's just a nice thing for Duncan Field to host. Duncan Field hosted it for years and years, and then it went to Grand Island for, probably a decade or more, before the renovations here. Duncan Field was still a great place, but, it wasn't as great as it had been, and then the renovations came and we were able to get this back. I think this is either the 4th or 5th year now we've hosted it in a row. So it's just a great thing for Hastings, great thing to have here. It's a great thing for people to come out and watch.
Yeah. And shout out to Hastings College now. That's my alum, okay? Played football there. Hey, Hastings College plays here, guys. I mean, if you're interested, go Broncos.
You're probably going to get a couple fundraising emails now after that pitch.
I had to put that in there, Coach.
All right. Trying to think if there's anything else we need to add. We've been talking probably for a little too long, but
it's fun, Coach. Fun. I'm out here just soaking in the heat, guys. I'm outside. Okay. Coach Mays has nice AC, guys. He's around 40 feet up there, right there in the nice press box at Duncan Field right here. So there he is.
Yeah. I'm the soft one. Jordan's the tough one. So, we put
He had the window open earlier. You're tough, Coach. You're tough. I know how you coach.
The last thing I guess I'll add, and we haven't really talked about it, and we'll talk about it more. I'm hoping to actually get a couple coaches from some of the teams that'll be coming here. But the Mid-South American Legion Baseball Regional, August 4th through the 8th here at Duncan Field, Hastings 5 Points Bank will be the host team, so we will be playing in it no matter what. It takes a lot of people to help run that tournament, so if you're looking for a couple little volunteer hours here and there, contact the Chamber of Commerce. They can put you into touch with whoever you need to get on the list to help, whether it be take tickets, whether help in the concession stand. Or if you know Russ Kindig, get a hold of Russ Kindig. He has been sort of the one who is, running things from our end and has done a great job. I'm hoping I'm probably shouldn't say this, but we're hoping to have a couple surprises for that we're working on.
Ooh, yeah.
Open now. I probably should have said that because it probably won't happen now.
See if it happens.
Yeah, I don't know. Gail Jones is calling me right now. He must have heard me say that, and I shouldn't be.
Mr. Jones, Coach Jones. Awesome.
But just remember that. Put that on your calendar, August 4th through the 8th, and we'll talk about that more as it gets closer. And like I said, I'm working on, as teams are qualified for that, we're going to try to get them on here and put them in front of Coach Clancy to get all the info we can from about their teams. One thing
I try to get it. I just thank you, Coach. I just want to say thank you to the parents. I mean, you got to have great parents, great talented kids, great coaches. You got to have great parents. I just shout out to the parents as well of Hastings, the Hastings community. We appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you a lot.
Yeah, we've had a great group. We've had a great run of parents here. I mean, just for years and years. And this year is no different.
Awesome.
I don't know. You made me forget what I was going to end the show with, Jordan. Now I don't remember what it is. That's all right. If it's coming from me,
I know what I want to end it with.
It's not too important. Just wait a second. It's not too important if it's coming from me. I was just going to add that we already know one of the teams that's going to be coming for the regional. Uh-oh, did he freeze? He's freezing on me. Coach Clancy, you're freezing on me. All right, I'll just say it. Hopefully you can hear me. Dubuque County out of Iowa is the first team scheduled, well, other than Hastings, ready to come compete in the Mid-South Regional on August 4th through the 8th. Coach Clancy, you're still frozen, man. I can see you working hard down there. But I'll just go ahead and end this thing. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tell your friends. You can never have too much Coach Clancy in your life. So thanks for watching. Let's see if I can get him to yell it from down there. Can you yell it for us? What's your final words, Coach Clancy? Oh, it went off. All right. That's just how things are here. We are very unprofessional. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.